Show Minnesota and Washington starting lineups just around the corner. We'll have the opening tip. It's Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Kohl's gets it. Valentine's Day comes with expectations. Grand expectations, telepathic expectations, and heart-shaped everything expectations. Yes, even waffles. Kohl's has gifts that rise to the occasion. From romantic to playful, sparkly to sweet, or all of the above. Plus, get 15% off some of your finds. So go ahead, exceed those Valentine's Day expectations with Kohl's. Select styles. Offer ends February 16th. Some exclusions apply. See store kohls.com for details.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Do you know how plastic bottles become shirts, shoes, or backpacks? What happens when your recyclables leave your curb? Can they really become something new? Visit WM.com to learn how WM helps turn your plastic bottles into everyday products, giving materials a second life. WM has the recycling infrastructure, innovation, and expertise to serve our Twin Cities community and care for our planet. The recycling process starts and ends with you. Visit WM.com to learn more.
The holidays remind us of what matters most: family, love, and being together. At the Welshire Memory Care, residents and families share those moments every day, surrounded by compassionate care and a community that feels like home. As we celebrate this season, let's honor the dignity of our loved ones and cherish the joy they bring. From everyone at the Welshire, may your holidays be filled with peace, comfort, and lasting memories. The Welshire, where dignity, care, and joy live together.
This has been the Launchpad Golf pregame show on the Gophers Sports Network from Learfield. Now, turn it up. It's game time.
Going right, takes it right into the paint. Up, yes, and a foul. Anderson layup for the lead. Yeah, the throwdown dunk, and the Gophers have the lead.
Gopher basketball is brought to you by Minnesota Lottery. If you're game for a little excitement, just say, I'm in. Oh. Now, here's the voice of the Gophers, Mike Grimm.
The Gophers come into this one 11-13 overall, 4-9 in the Big Ten. Head coach is Nico Medved in year one. 13 years as a head coach overall, 233 wins, 185 losses. Washington at 12-13 overall, 4-10 in the Big Ten. Danny Sprinkle in year two in Seattle, 24-31, 7 years as a head coach, 133-81. Hey, Gopher fans, if the Gophers win tonight's game, you'll win 6 free wings from Buffalo Wild Wings. This offer valid all season at participating locations throughout Minnesota with a $10 minimum purchase. Offer valid 2 days after every qualifying victory. Buffalo Wild Wings is a proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics and the official sports bar of March Madness. We're ready for the starting lineups here. Both teams a little bit short-handed. The starting lineups brought to you by your local Northland Ford dealer. Visit buyfordnow.com and your local Northland Ford dealer today. So the Gophers go with their usual group, of course, with the exception of Jalen Crocker-Johnson, who will not start for the first time this season. He played in all 24 games, started in all 24. Grayson Grove will get his 4th start in his place. He's the lone big, technically, in terms of a guy that will play the post position that will play tonight, so he's likely going to get a lot of minutes. Minnesota may have to go to a 5-guard offense. Isaac Osama, Bobby Durkins, Langston Reynolds, Cade Tyson, the other 4 starters. For Washington, a bit of a change in the starting lineup. They will start Kamari Peterson. He will start his 13th game, but has not started for a while. He's a transfer from Eastern Tennessee, a senior out of Gary, Indiana. Frank Kepnong is one center, Hannes Steinbach the other. They go 6'11", 6'11" along the front line, so the Gophers will definitely have their work cut out for them. Wesley Yates, a USC transfer, a sophomore, is one of the guards, in Zoom Diallo, who can get to the rim. Not a huge three-point threat. He will shoot them. He's shot 54 of them this year, but his real strength is getting into the paint and getting points. He is the second second leading scorer on this team. Steinbach with 21 double-doubles on the year. He's averaging 17.6 points and 11.4 rebounds a game, averaging a double-double. And there's the starting lineup sponsored by your local Northland Ford dealer. A veteran officiating crew in this one, Andy O'Brien, Alfred Smith, and Nate Harris. And right now we owe you 10 seconds for station identification all across the great state of Minnesota and the entire upper Midwest. 10 seconds. This is the Gopher Sports Network. Fort Alaska Airlines Arena, it was opened in 1927, 1 year before Williams Arena was opened back in Minneapolis. It started as just the University of Washington Pavilion, then was named after their longtime track and basketball coach, Heck Edmondson. It was Heck Edmondson Pavilion up through 1999, and then they went the sponsorship way, Bank of America for 10 years, and now for the last 15 years, it's been Alaska Airlines. The Golden Gophers in their road maroons with white and gold trim, and the home Huskies, their home whites with the purple and the gold trim. 6'11 and 6'11 in the front court. Gophers are going to have a challenge tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. And what I was trying to say in the pregame is that if Tyson is matched up on the defense, well, they're matching up with Tyson on the defensive end, he's going to want to move around and use his quickness. But typically, what teams have done before is they put one of the 6'11 guys on Langston Reynolds. So Langston Reynolds, that's what I was talking about with him getting that ball out once they secure the rebound and pushing it. He's going to want to look to attack the basket and open floor. You know, he's our best player in the open court, but he's going to want to take advantage of his quickness when he's playing up against these 6'11 guys. And then also, you know, on the defensive end, they're playing a little bit of 2-3. It's hard to rebound out of a zone, so it's going to take a collective effort for the Gophers to make sure, you know, they compete on the glass.
And might Langston just have to shoot some threes tonight, too, if they're going to sag off him, right?
Yeah, he has to be ready at least to put up possibly 5, but he wants to shoot him in rhythm. He doesn't want to shoot him where he feels like he's forced to do it. He wants to come off that screen. He knows he's going to be open possibly and let it go. He's shown that he's been able to knock it down lately.
Kepnong will tip it off against Grayson Grove, 6'11 against 6'9, and that's a tough task. That is a big physical man, Kepnong.
Yeah, I think Grayson Grove's up for the challenge. We always talk about him coming when we see him at the games, battered and bruised.
Yeah, so black eyes and stitches and all kinds of stuff.
He's a pretty physical guy, so I think he'll be good. This will be a good challenge for him.
So the arena here, as we mentioned, built in 1927, well under half full on this Saturday night on Valentine's night. It's an old version, I guess, of like the old Ivy League is the way I would describe it, arenas. I like it. There's a lower section that's almost like the I-zone, right? And then the upper section is old school bleachers, a little maybe like Northwestern before they had the remodel.
That's exactly what it reminds me of. However, we talked about on the broadcast, the barn still has the nostalgia and the best place to go. We just need to get a little more premium seating. That's it.
Yeah, and you're right. I think the barn has more of that old school look than this building does here in Seattle. All right, we're waiting for TV to give us the thumbs up on when we can start this. There's the horn, and I think we're ready to go here for big-time Big Ten basketball from Seattle, Washington. First time these two teams have played here in almost 30 years, and the first time ever is two teams from the Big Ten Conference. The Huskies lead the overall series 10-8, and the controlled tap goes to Washington. Actually, Grove got the tap, but it just didn't end up in a Gopher hand, but he got the...
Is he going to go back to the one that he missed earlier? Looks like he is.
And he is...
Got it! No issues this time!
And he can shoot from the outside. He's a great rebounder. Giving out front now. And it's a slam dunk by Kepnong right off the...
question, is he penalized for what we've already seen?
Playing a smaller lineup, that's one thing the Gophers can't allow. They cannot allow the Huskies to beat them off with the dribble. They got, 4 guys that are under about 6'7" and smaller, so they're going to have to make sure they stay in front of it.
Osama gives to Durkin on the right wing. And now to Reynolds. They did start Steinbach at 6'11 on Reynolds, but that has now been switched through some screens. Osama into the paint, got bumped, nothing there. Now out to Tyson. He wants to drive, takes it right in, up off the window, too strong. Put back Grove, no. Rebound tipped, and Steinbach comes away with it. A couple of opportunities there for the Gophers from point blank. Tyson missed a 4-footer, and then Grove missed the tip in. With the ball and a 2-0 lead, the Huskies right in front of us as we are stationed right next to the Gopher bench between the free throw line and the half court. Steinbach wears number 6 out front, right side. Kepnong outside the stripe to Diallo. And now on the corner left and with the basketball is Wesley Yates with 8 to shoot. Yates with a right-hand dribble, working to the elbow, to the lane. Pass down low, Steinbach, layup block, but Grove's going to get called for goaltend there. And it's 4-0, and 2 points right, or 2 buckets for Washington right at point blank. One a dunk and one a lay-in.
Yeah, and that's going to be tough, a challenge for the Gophers. That's why they might hop in that 2-3 a little quicker than expected, because they have to protect that basket, try to force the Huskies to beat them from the outside. They're not a great three-point shooting team. The Gophers have been, and there's a nice hit by Tyson as he's got the first Gopher points on a triple, and the lead's cut to 1, 18-15 to play in this first half, and it's 4-3 Washington. Washington on the year just 32% from 3, so maybe they'll try to entice him on a zone to shoot some more from there. Here's a pass right into the paint. Steinbach 4-footer good, and they're 3 for 3. Steinbach with a couple of layups and a slam dunk. And it's 6-3. Gophers trail by 3. 2:10 in. Grove with it, top of the key, waits, and now gives to Reynolds. Good to see Tyson hit that 3. If the Gophers are to win on the road, they're going to need a big night from him. It's been a while since he's had 20. Still averaging 19. Out front, Reynolds, stop and start move. Floating 12-footer, front of the rim and down through. A good job by Langston Reynolds. Just what you were talking about. Cuts it to 1, 6-5. Yeah, and great job as well by Bobby Durkin to go and screen the man or do a screen rub because they know they have to stick with Durkin. So Reynolds is able to slide off and get that nice layup. Diallo with a right-hand dribble, working left with a pass to Peterson, right in front of Nico Medved in the Gopher bench and right in front of us. One-hand pass out front to Pecknong. He is out of Cameroon, and it's stolen. Turnover. Here come the Gophers. Tyson to Durkin on the right wing, and now off to Reynolds, and they'll set up the offense. Good job there by Minnesota to get the turnover, and that's not only good for the Gophers, but good for the community. Federated Mutual Insurance donates $50 every time the Gophers force a turnover. Here is into the paint. Asama had it knocked away, gets it back, takes it to the corner left, had it stolen away, and the teams trade turnovers. Quickly ahead, Washington up by 1. Diallo, he wants to get to the rim, gets to the baseline, now to the corner. Good job there by Reynolds as he and Diallo talking over there. With the ball now, pass down low from Yates, and he fired it out of bounds. Back-to-back turnovers for Washington. Another $50 for Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Minnesota from Federated Mutual Insurance Company. 2 turnovers and 2 trips for Washington. The Gophers' only turnover was their last trip. Yeah, and like you talked about in the last possession, K. Tyson's going to have to be ultra-aggressive in this game, so he needs to be running around looking for his shot, whether he's driving to the basket or knocking down that nice three-pointer. Washington's 3 for 3, but 2 turnovers, and Minnesota can take the lead with a bucket here. They trail it 6-5. Reynolds a 2 and Tyson a 3. Here is Tyson, comes off the screen into the paint, got caught between steps, but threw it up and good. Off the window, he's got 5, and Minnesota has its first lead, 7-6. Nice take to keep his balance there. He got caught kind of between steps trying to turn the corner. Here's a drive by Diallo. Passes into the corner. 3 by Peterson. It's off the mark. Rebound, though, offensive to Steinbach. He leads the country in that. Kick out Diallo. 3, and it's good. Like we said, he's not a big threat from there. That's his 55th attempt of the year. Just his 18th make. But it's 9-7 now. Washington out front by 2. Second chance opportunity for the Huskies. Steinbach averaging more than 6 offensive rebounds a game. Here is off the wing. Or off a screen, Durkin knocks down the triple. Just turning, spinning, and shooting straight on, and the Gophers reclaim the lead by 1. Yeah, we all know that the Gophers are really tough, extremely tough when they're knocking down the 3, so it's great to see them, being able to extend this Washington Huskies defense out to that 3-point line with the makes. Steinbach short from the baseline right. This time Grove boxes out well and gets the rebound. Minnesota up 1 with the ball. They're 2 for 2 from 3. Durkin and Tyson. This is Durkin on the wing right. Picks up the dribble. Passes to the deeper wing. Reynolds working on Steinbach, who sags away from him. Now to Tyson. They're setting something up back to Reynolds. They leave him open. Now he'll take the baseline. He's going up against Muldrew, who's into the game, spinning Tyson or Reynolds, and he got fouled. Muldrew, the foul, the first of the night, and that brings us to our under 16-minute timeout. 14:55 to play in this first half, and the Gophers have a 1-point lead, 10-9. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
No matter how you drive it, there's a Ford for you. On the work site or out in the town, F-Series trucks provide power and toughness when you need it most. It's what makes them the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. When adventure calls, the Bronco family always answers. That's because they're made for the great outdoors. With a flexible interior, the Ford Explorer adapts towards your needs. Visit your local Northland Ford dealers to find the perfect Ford for you. Plus, a great offer to go along with it. Based on 1977 to 2024 CY industry reported total sales.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud sponsor of Minnesota Gopher Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
Hey Gopher fans, Truestone Financial is proud to present Coming Home. This year we'll once again welcome some of the greatest Gopher student athletes back to campus. It's the homecoming we can all celebrate thanks to your neighborhood credit union, Truestone Financial. From unforgettable plays to championship victories, these alumni have left an indelible mark on Gopher athletics. To learn more, visit gophersports.com/cominghome. Truestone Financial, proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics.
See head coach Nico Medved and Gopher men's basketball Saturday, February 21st at Williams Arena. Minnesota welcomes Rutgers in Big Ten action. Don't miss the energy, the thrills, and all the excitement at the barn. Get your tickets now at gophersports.com. Hey, Gopher fans, turn to the experts at CenterPoint Energy for high-efficiency natural gas equipment rebates for your home and business. Zua using natural gas is better for the budget and the environment. For more info, go to centerpointenergy.com/save energy. From Seattle, Minnesota with a 1-point lead, 10-9. They'll have the ball on an inbound situation under their own basket. And what's your impression here of the first 5:05, Al Nolan?
I like what I'm seeing from the Gophers. You know, I love seeing Kay Tyson coming off the double down screen and then getting it all the way to the basket and then coming off another screen, knocking down the three. Coach ran another nice double screen from Bobby Durkin coming off. So if the Gophers can knock down their three-pointers and really force this Huskies team out onto the perimeter, they can continue to attack. And then also, like I said before, you're going to want to see Langston try to get that rebound once they're able to secure and get out in the open court. And I'm sure he will get to that. Right now, you see he's been a little bit patient in shooting the threes and trying to be methodical and being a screener like we talked about it in the pregame. But Gophers are playing well so far.
Tyson with 5 points here early, and I just kind of stumbled on this today getting ready for the game. In the first 18 games, he had double-digit shots attempts in 17 of the 18. In the last 5 games, just once has he been able to do that. Now, he's gotten to the line a lot, so there's attempts and he's fouled, so that skews it a little. But he's going to have to get 12, 15, 16 shot attempts tonight to win, especially with no Crocker Johnson, right?
Yeah, I agree 100%.
All right, so it is Tyson. He's in the game on the elbow left. Reynolds to inbound, and he lobs it in for Grove with 20 on the shot clock. Man-to-man defense here. Asama needs some help, and coming to get him is Reynolds. This might be a zone, actually. Looks like it is a zone. That leaves Tyson open for the three. It's no good. All but down and then rattled out. The rebound comes off to Muldrew for the Huskies. They have a chance to take the lead. And Minnesota now dropping back into a zone themselves. So a little bit of each team now going to zone out of that first immediate timeout. Yates with it out front, gets a screen from Steinbach, bouncing to the free throw line area, and with the ball is Peterson, and he throws it down low and a hold on Grove as he was trying to contain Lathan Somerville, transfer out of Rutgers. Remember him for Rutgers a year ago, averaged 8 points a game, transferred out west. He's from Peoria, Illinois, and went 8 points last year to 4 points this year with Washington. First foul on Minnesota, and that goes on Grove. Gophers stay in the zone. Yates with it, and it's stolen away. He threw it right to Asama, bounces ahead to Grove. Grove trying to run the break coast to coast. Hey, how about that? Grayson Grove caught the pass at about half court, took a couple of power dribbles, 2 big steps right to the rim, and he's got his first 2, and the Gophers have a 3-point lead.
Yeah, and good defense right there by Asama to get the steal and then the recognition to find Grove running down the lane.
Here's Steinbach, and he had it stripped away against the zone. Here's the outlet. Good catch by Reynolds. He'll bring it into the offensive end. Cross-court pass Durkin. In rhythm 3. In and out. And the rebound comes off to Somerville. Gophers really not crashing that glass. They know they want to get back. And now into a zone again here for Minnesota. Yates way out front. They're really trying to find the man at the free throw line. Muldrew with it at the slot right. Now back over to Diallo. Or make that Peterson, I beg your pardon. Diallo is out of the game for the moment. Here's Yates. He'll fire a 3 and rattle it home. Wesley Yates on the wing left, right in front of the Gopher bench. And we're deadlocked at 12. 13:20 to play here in this first half. Asama with it at the slot left. Gives right side to Reynolds against Steinbach. They sag off him. Now to Durkin. Back to Reynolds on a little give and go action. Pivoting. Here's a good step through. The shot blocked by Steinbach. Out of bounds. It'll stay Minnesota ball. But I like that step through move that Reynolds put on there.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have to be aggressive and challenge the bigs down there. And he has the strength and athleticism to do it. And right now, when you watch the Huskies defense, it seems like they're playing like almost like a triangle in two. You know, obviously Grove has to run block to block, but they're sagging off on Reynolds, so he has to be aggressive.
Here's a lob into Osama with 10 to shoot. He has it out front with 7. Finds Reynolds. Kick out Durkin with 5. Back to Reynolds with 4 to shoot. 3 to shoot. Better do something. Gets it to Grove. He'll throw up a baseline jumper. Back iron. No. I don't know if he knew. The last second looked surprised and had to throw it up from about 12 feet. It hit back iron. Still tied at 12, and Washington the other way against a Minnesota zone. The Huskies, 2 of 3 from 3, and as we mentioned on the year, they're 32%. Here is Diallo back into the game. Cross-court pass down low. Shot, no, but a foul called. Steinbach will go to the line. I think that's going to be on Grove, and now he's got 2, and that will bring in the first sub of the game, Kai Shinholster, the first sub of the game. Brought to you by the Minnesota Lottery. Ready to get in the game? Just say, I'm in. The Minnesota Lottery. Kai Shinholster says he's in. He'll come in after this next free throw.
Yeah, and I know Coach Medved said in the pregame, you know, what can you do with, fouls or whatnot, but right there, Grove doesn't want to leave his feet as Huskies knock down the first free throw. He's going to want to play straight up because we need him to be out there, and if he's not out there, then Cade Tyson is forced to move to the 5, but that could possibly give us an advantage on the offensive end as well. Yep,
out comes Grove with the 2 fouls. Shinholster at 6'5" comes in, so Tyson, the tallest player on the floor for Minnesota, at 6'7". Steinbach missed the second. Osama skies in for the rebound. Takes a look at assistant coach Aaron Katzema, who's got the play on the dry erase board and on the extended zone now. Osama may have gotten away with a travel. Gives to Durkin. Now to Reynolds. Reynolds waiting patiently. Back to Osama on the wing right. Stepping left. Open 3. In and out. And the rebound comes off to Steinbach, who is cleaning the glass here. That's his 4th board early on. Here out front, and a blocking foul called on Osama. Tried to step in front through a screen and slid over, in a foul called. Late whistle. Body hit the deck. There was a couple more dribbles, and Andy Garcia, the official, ends up, or Andy O'Brien, the official, makes the call.
Yeah, and I remember watching Diallo when he came to the barn, I believe it is a season or 2 ago, and he's an extremely physical point guard, and he, like you talked about in pregame, he loves to get to the basket. He doesn't necessarily love to shoot the 3-ball, even though he knocked one down, so Gophers are going to have to stay in front of him.
Agnesevich is in. He's a native Wisconsin player. Played at Valpo. And here's Diallo. Threw it away right to a Gopher. Pass ahead to Tyson. Tyson, he wants to go coast to coast. Through contact. Layup good. Gophers wanted it and 1. Yelling foul is Nico Medved. Nothing called. And it's a 14-13 Minnesota lead.
Yeah, and Tyson looks locked in. You love to see that from him. We talk about it all the time, about getting up those shot attempts, and he's doing just that, being ultra aggressive.
Peterson, an air ball 3. The rebound is saved. No, out of bounds. It was an inbound attempted save by Agnesevich, but his foot was on the baseline. So team rebound for Minnesota. The Gophers have the lead by 1, 14-13. 11:31 to play here in this first half. Stay with us from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Know what happy is? Veggies. Crunchy, crispy, colorful, seasonal, aromatic, juicy veggies. Produce at its freshest. Cub produce. Best produce, period. Guaranteed to make you happy or will replace it. No questions asked. Because good produce makes veggie lovers happy. Just remember, fresh, happy. Stale, limp, and wilted, not happy. You want to make a veggie lover happy? Shop Cub for produce. And shop happy.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Marston has job openings throughout the Twin Cities area and is seeking motivated team members to join our crew. If you have a valid Minnesota driver's license and a reliable vehicle, we want you. Earn over $18 an hour working a full-time cleaning route in your neighborhood. We have opportunities throughout the metro area. Marston offers benefits and training and is an equal opportunity employer. If you want a great job with great pay, join our ever-expanding team of building maintenance professionals by visiting marston.com or calling 651-641-1717 today. Are you looking for concert or sports tickets? As a local Minnesota company, Ticket King is a company you can trust. They have seats to fit every budget and even offer parking or tailgating passes, and all tickets are guaranteed. Each order is personally attended to by one of our dedicated customer service representatives who are committed to providing you with a courteous, professional, quick, convenient experience. Visit us at ticketkingonline.com or call us directly at 612-341-4131.
From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at KohlsandKohls.com. Mike Griminell Nolan back with you here in Seattle, Washington. Minnesota 14, Washington 13. Gophers will have the ball coming out of the timeout. Our on-site engineer is Brenner Rogers, and our in-studio producer is Keaton Brightwell. And 8.5 minutes in, and a good start here for Minnesota, playing shorthanded.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of taking care of that ball with only one turnover. And then also we talked about Kai Shinholster in the pregame, and he was able to get his hand, get a deflection on that last steal that, Tyson was able to finish on the other end. And right now the Gophers have 4 fast break points. It doesn't sound like a lot, but while we're watching visually, they're getting down the floor, and that's what they need to do. They need to run these Huskies up and down, especially when they have the 2 6'11" guys in there.
Both teams shooting fairly well so far. Washington 5 of 8, 62.5%. Minnesota 6 of 13, 42%. A couple of threes have helped, and as you mentioned, transition points always help that shooting percentage as well. And remember, there was a missed tip in too early in the game. That if that goes, it's even better. But all you can ask here, be up by 1, 8.5 minutes in.
Yeah, they're playing some good basketball, and they're finding something, especially with the zone. Washington's taking a couple of long three-pointers, so they have to continue to do that, continue to contest long.
I was hoping to play like 7 minutes of the small ball, and now it's
We're getting some in-game commentary from the head coach here. I love it.
Yeah, that's exactly why I said, Grayson Grove wanted to go straight up with everybody.
Yeah, you're right.
Early on, it's like, hey, Grayson, don't contest anything. Just go straight up. We don't need you fouling early on. Once we get, a little bit into the game, then, you can possibly try and swat some shots.
I think he was suggesting he didn't want to go small ball this early, but foul trouble got him into it. Here comes Osama into the offensive end. Gophers up by 1, 11:20 to go first half. Zone defense here for Washington. Osama wants to find a seam. Instead, cross-court skip pass. Good look. Shinholster drives, gives to Reynolds at the block. Oh, he had an open look and passed it up. And now back to Osama. Now to Shinholster. Open 3 from the corner. Short. Rebound. Tyson. He's got it in some traffic trying to fight through, and he got fouled. Let's see if they give him free throws. I doubt it. I think it's going to be an inbound situation. The foul is going to be called on Peterson, his first, and Washington's second foul. I beg your pardon. Each team with a couple. Inbound to Osama. Good rebound there by Tyson, but he got caught in traffic, just couldn't get a putback. He does have an open look from 3 in the corner. It's off the rim and down through. Hit the back of the iron, bounced up and down through. And when I say back, it was the side because it was a corner 3. He's in double figures with 10, and the Gophers have opened up their biggest lead of the night of 4, 17-13. 10:40 to go in this first half. Peterson, a one-hand pass right side Diallo. Pass down low to Steinbach, working on Tyson. Spin, shot blocked from behind by Osama and out of bounds. Nice job there by Isaac Osama, and that is our block for Hunger. Osama with the block as he comes in helping defense. The Gophers blocking Hunger. That's presented by Thrivent. Every time the Gophers block a shot all season, Thrivent donates $25 to Second Harvest Heartland. Good job there. Here's an inbound. Diallo has it at the free throw line. Again, working on Tyson. Takes it up and good. And Tyson played it about as well as he could, but the layup is there. 5 for Diallo, and it's 17-15. Minnesota by 2. 10:15 to play first half. Reynolds on the wing right, zone defense. They get a play call from Nico Medved. Now to Reynolds, right of the arc, back to Durkin. Oh, he had an open 3 and decided not even to look. Instead, passes to Tyson. Now back to Reynolds, top of the key. Reynolds to Durkin. This time he fires the 3. That one rims out. Rebound Shinholster. He'll fire back out to Osama, who drives, kicking to Shinholster. His open 3 right wing, air ball. Reynolds saves it in. What an effort, but it goes right to Peterson for Washington. They have a chance to tie or take the lead. 3 in the air is good. That's their best three-point shooter. The transfer out of Lipscomb, out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Ogdasevich a 3, and it's a 6-0 run. The lead goes a 5-0 run. The lead goes from 4 for Minnesota to down 1 now at 18-17. Here's a pass down low. Shinholster got held up and a foul call. Let's see who they give that on. It's going to be on Ognisevich, who just knocked down the three. 44% this year, 41% in his career. He missed the first 16 games of the year with a foot injury. Started his career at Valpo and then at Lipscomb. Averaged 20 points a game at Lipscomb last year. And he's rounding into shape here, playing his 10th game for Washington, averaging about 4 points a night. Here's Tyson on the wing right. Minnesota is one of its last 7 now from 3. Here's a drive by Asama. Had it poked away, but tracks it back down. Stays with it. Good job there with 4 to shoot. Into the paint. Up through. Contact. Layup. Good. Beautiful take by the Cherry Minnesota product. Puts Minnesota back up by 1, 19-18. 9 to play first half.
Yeah, great take right there by Asama. You know, almost lost the ball, was able to get it back and get to the basket and finish through the contact. He's going to have to wake up a little bit and get a little more bouncy. We know he gets bouncy, he gets him moving around. He really can have a good game, so he's going to have to get into it with some blocks and some steals.
Washington with 10 to shoot. Diallo out front, now with 8 to shoot. Peterson bouncing to the free throw line. Diallo, he's working on Reynolds. Fadeaway shot good from 15. He's got 7. Washington back out front, 20-19. 8.5 to go. 2-2-1 full court press. They worked on this and shoot around some today, and they break it easily. Shinholster with it on the right wing. Now to Asama, to Tyson. Left wing, wearing the gold shoes with 15 to shoot. Reynolds takes it right at the big man, who blocks it out of bounds into the cheerleaders, and it will stay Minnesota ball. I like that, though. He's 6'11". He can block your shot, but if you're Reynolds, you got to keep him honest, right?
Well, he's going to have to take him, but also he's going to, you know, we're 8, you know, we only have 8 minutes in the first half. He's going to have to try a 3-point shot. Hey, if they're going to leave me open, catching in rhythm, you know they're backing off you. Try it out, knock one down. But you're right, he has to continue to be aggressive, but right now they're playing for that, so the big guy's just waiting for it to get to the basket.
Asama will try a 3, and that's an air ball. And it sails straight out of bounds, and the student section behind us giving Asama the business on the air ball. Minnesota was 2 for its first 2. They're 1 of their last 8 now from 3. Down 1, 20-19. We approach the 8-minute mark first half. Max Gizzi into the game for the first time. His first game since Wisconsin. That was back on January 28th. Here's a pass down low, and it's knocked away by Tyson, stolen away by Durkin. Gophers coming the other way with Reynolds center of the floor to Asama on the right wing. He bounces to the top of the key, off to Reynolds, shoveling now to Tyson. He's got a matchup he likes. Now they switch it. He'll launch a high arcing 3. It's no good, and the rebound to Peterson for Washington. Outlet coming to Diallo into the offensive end. Gives to Ovesevich. Now down low. Back to the basket. Shot up. Good. The freshman is so good. Steinbach. He took it up and has 7 in his 22-19 now. A 3-point lead for Washington. 7:20 to play first half. Gophers have given up 4 straight makes here by the Huskies. There's been a turnover mixed in there. Reynolds with it, top of the key. One hand pass to Tyson. One hand pass into the corner. Gizzi takes it to the baseline, pivots, bounces down low. It's Reynolds now, backing in, pivots, up with the shot from 4, and he got it to go. Good take that time against Ognisevich, and it's 22-21, Washington by 1.
Yeah, it was a good job of Reynolds of getting down there on that block. We know he's extremely efficient down there on the last possession. He wanted that ball down there, but Tyson was hot, so he let it fly. But great job of getting that ball to Reynolds down there where he can be effective.
Peterson in the corner, gives to Diallo, taking it at Gizzi, got off balance, pass down low to Ognisevich, shot up, no, but he drew the foul, as that was all but down. Let's see who they whistle the foul on. Going to be on Tyson, his first, and for the Golden Gophers, team foul number 5. We'll take a break. 6:38 to play in the first half. Washington leading by 1. They'll have free throws when we come back. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Attention ranch dip lovers. Your source for flavor has now arrived with Prairie Farms' new classic ranch dip. It starts with our award-winning sour cream blended with garlic, onion, parsley, and buttermilk to make a superior ranch dip that your taste buds will savor. Look for them at your favorite grocery stores and then visit prairiefarms.com for delicious recipes, coupons, and enter for your chance to win a dairy prize package. Support local dairy farmers with the delicious taste of Prairie Farms Classic Ranch Dip.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
When your home needs a hero, count on Hero Home Services to keep you safe and comfortable every season. Serving the Twin Cities for over 100 years, our team handles it all, from heating and cooling to plumbing and electrical. Whether you need a repair or maintenance, Hero is committed to providing exceptional home service. No shortcuts, just service backed by experience and ready when you need us most. Call Hero Home Services today at 612-238-3585.
Live from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball.
Welcome back. Couple of teams that have been really struggling with injuries going at it here. Washington, a 1-point lead. They'll have free throws coming out of the break. 22-21 the score. 6:38 to go first half. Jalen Crocker-Johnson out for Minnesota tonight, leaving them with 6 scholarship players, and really 5 when it comes down to it. Maximus Gizzi is on scholarship and an NAIA transfer, and played at Marion and Huntington in Indiana. For Washington, they are without tonight Bryson Tucker, transferred from Indiana, who had been starting. He has not been in yet. They are without a freshman, J.J. Mandequit. He's got an injury. 2 other freshmen who have played some, they're injured and out. And then their big guy that they've been missing, Desmond Claude. He started at Xavier, then went to USC. We saw him at USC last year. He was one of their leading scorers. He was going to be one of the go-to guys here. He missed the first 4 games, then played in 13, and now has missed 8 in a row. Ankle injury. He has publicly said on social media he's stepping away from the team. The Washington folks, though, have kept him on the roster, and it's a little bit confusing. Nobody's for sure what the deal is there, but both these teams playing shorthanded here for much of this year.
Yeah, definitely, and that's always tough. And then you talk about them stepping away. You know, it's today's game with the transfer portal, NIL, things can get a little dicey for the players as they're professionals now, and there's a lot of business involved opposed to just, academics as they used to do before. So, hopefully that all works out.
And Agnesevich misses the first free throw. He has taken now with that one just 4 attempts all year. But again, these in just his 10th game. Averaged 20 a game at Lipscomb last year. He is in his 6th year in college. He had the COVID year. As he hits the second one, makes the lead 2, 23-21. 2-point lead. Each team's biggest lead has been 4 here tonight. So it's been tightly contested through this first 14, nearly 14 minutes. Here's Reynolds against the zone, and he lost it trying to pass it. It's stolen away by Muldrew. He goes coast to coast. They have to kind of concede the layup. They don't want to get in foul trouble, and that's a tough one. That's a pick 6 kind of a play, and the lead is 4 for Washington. Unforced is Reynolds. I think he was trying to grasp the ball to pass it. He just slipped out of his hands right to the defender. Gophers with the ball. Asama has it on the left wing, out front to Reynolds. Now back to Asama. Gets a screen, works in. Kick back to Reynolds with 10 to shoot. 6 minutes to go in the first. Gophers down by 4. It's Reynolds. Jab step. He will fire a 3. It's short. Gizzi, the offensive rebound, finds a cutting Tyson. He leans in. Got the foul in the bucket. Through contact. Second chance opportunity. He's got a dozen, and that's a second chance point. Sponsored by our friends at Affinity Plus. Every time the Gophers score a second chance point, it's $25 for every point going to Second Harvest Heartland. The Gophers thank Affinity Plus for their support, and that's $50 with maybe $75 if you can make the free throw. This counts as a second chance opportunity as well for Tyson. And, the free throw's no good. He doesn't miss a lot of them at 82%, but he got the putback, and it's 25-23. Gizzi keeping the ball alive to giving them the points.
Gizzi out there, but I want to talk about K. Tyson. You could tell that ankle's feeling a lot better because he's out there, really giving the Gophers his all, really juiced up and doing a great job of just being ultra aggressive right now.
It does seem he's got an extra pep in the step tonight. You're exactly right. Here's Diallo on the drive, trying to get downhill against Reynolds. Takes it right at him and then lost the ball, trying to get some real estate. Stolen away Tyson, ahead to Reynolds. Kicking in the corner. Gizzi will fire a 3. Air ball. And the rebound comes off weak side. And Yates has it. Yates into the offensive end for Washington. That would have given Minnesota the lead. On the slot right, free throw line extended. Gophers in a man defense now. They hedge a little bit on Yates. Going in with a shot. It's short, and Tyson hauls in the board. He's had a nice first half here with 12 points. Tyson also sitting now with 3 rebounds. Asama on the wing left. Gophers can tie or take the lead this possession, down by 2. 4:50 to play in the half. Here is Tyson out front. Durkin straight on 3. Bullseye, and Minnesota leads. Bobby Durkin's second 3, 26-25. Maroon and gold out front.
Yeah, I like that from Durkin. You know, you talked about it last time. He missed. He passed up a shot, so he needs to be looking at that rim every time he catches it.
And Danny Sprinkle will take his use it or lose it timeout. He was giving Diallo the business a little bit. I don't think he liked the defensive effort there necessarily on that Durkin 3. It's a 30, so we'll keep it here. It gives us an opportunity to tell you that once a convent, now a decidedly unconventional hotel in the heart of St. Paul, the Celeste Hotel and Bar combines serenity with every amenity. Enjoy evening cocktails in the bar and complimentary breakfast each morning. Go to CelesteSt.Paul.com to find out about this faithfully restored hotel and to book your simply divine stay. CelesteSt.Paul.com. 1 point lead. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and the Gophers are playing well. I just want to go back to us talking about, guys kind of being pros. Now, I'd say this. I'm happy for them, and if I was a player, I'd have loved it because I was tired of people talking to me about academics knowing I was here to play basketball.
Yeah, right. How about that? It is a different kind of game, and you've got, some players now. This has become a thing. I'm not suggesting it's at Minnesota or Washington or anywhere else, where guys are going to say, I can get a red shirt in another year if I don't play anymore.
That's true. And guys going to say, I ain't got to worry about the books. I'm here to get paid.
Yeah, or don't worry if the coach yells at you.
But still get your education,
yeah.
Athletes. Still get your education.
But, now there's guys 5 years, 5 schools, or what have you, and it has changed the complexion for sure. Mel Drew with it for Washington. 26-25, Minnesota the lead in a back-and-forth game here. It's an open 3, straight on, rims out, rebound. Good job by Reynolds. The miss there was Yates. Gophers up 1. Reynolds kicking to Asama. Open 3, left wing, in and out. Rebound comes off to Yates for Washington. Baseball pass ahead to Muldrew. Between the leg dribble and the wing left, and Reynolds was eyeballing him, thinking if he was going to take the 3, he was going to get a hand in his face. Did not take the 3. Instead, it's off to Peterson. Now back to Muldrew. Hesitation move. Working on Reynolds. Step back 16-footer. Good. That's a tough hit by Muldrew, playing in his 12th game of the year, and he's got 4 points, and Washington up 1, 27-26.
Yeah, Washington has hit some tough shots, so the Gophers just have to continue to stay in front of them and contest. But Washington they've hit some tough twos right there around in the paint area.
They have 7 turnovers, and now here's a turnover as Yates took it away from Asama. The pass ahead to Steinbach. His layup is good, and that's another kind of pick 6. As the Gophers have had a couple of turnovers lead directly to layups, and now it's 29-26, the lead 3. 7 turnovers for Washington. That was just the 3rd for Minnesota. And now another turnover. Gizzy lost it. It went through his hands. And here come the Huskies. Down low to Steinbach. Backs Tyson down. Kick out Muldrew. Now to Yates. Open 3. No. Rebound, though. Offensive down low to Kepnyong. And his putback is good. And Nico wants a timeout, as he is looking at his team, wondering why back-to-back turnovers. In fact, I just read his lips. He says, take care of the ball. The lead is 5. It's a 6-0 Husky run, and this 30-second timeout will turn into a full. Huskies have their largest lead of the night, 3:02 to play first half. Washington 31, Minnesota 26. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher Basketball from Learfield.
Playing the Minnesota Lottery is a great way to add some win to your winter. Because while it's long, winter should be fun. And it's the everyday moments that help us through winter. A hot chocolate waiting when we come inside. An extra set of gloves. A fluffy new winter hat. So win this winter by picking up winter scratch games from the Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher Basketball from Learfield.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud sponsor of Minnesota Gopher Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
Buffalo Wild Wings has partnered with the Gopher men's basketball team for the Gophers Win, You Win promotion this season. After every Gopher men's basketball victory, fans win 6 free wings. The offer is valid at participating Buffalo Wild Wings locations throughout Minnesota with a $10 minimum purchase for 2 days following each Gopher win. Fans are also invited to join the Nico Medved Coaches Show on Tuesdays from 12 to 1 at the Buffalo Wild Wings University of Minnesota location. For full details, visit gophersports.com/BWW. Buffalo Wild Wings is a proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics and the official sports bar of March Madness.
Gopher women's basketball returns to Williams Arena Wednesday, February 18th for their annual pink game against the Ohio State Buckeyes. Join your Gophers Wednesday. Get your tickets now at gophersports.com.
Washington trying to snap a 3-game skid. They're 2-5 in their last 7. Gophers have been in a bit of a tailspin as well. Mixed in there was that big win last Wednesday, a week ago Wednesday over Michigan State at home. Similar records, and both these teams also jockeying potentially for postseason. And I'm sure people are listening like, postseason? Well, the Crown Tournament takes the top 2 Big Ten teams that don't make the NCAA tournament. Right now, most of the mock brackets that the bracketologists are putting out have 10 or 11 Big Ten teams in. Depends if USC and Ohio State, if they stay in the mix. The next best teams are Washington and Minnesota. So this head-to-head matchup could play a role in whether Minnesota, even if you're under 500, the top 2 Big Ten teams get automatic berths to that. Northwestern's net ranking actually puts them in the mix as well, even though their record is not as good. So the Gophers have Northwestern later in the year as well. But shorthanded, the Gophers hanging tough here. But Nico is not happy with back-to-back turnovers there.
Yeah, and rightfully so, because the Gophers are going to need every possession to get shots up at that basket.
Zone defense here for Washington. They've got a big, now they're picking up man-to-man, and they switch it. So it went zone to man-to-man. Asava trying to turn the corner with 6 to shoot, with 5 to shoot. And got his man in the air. Oh, they don't call a foul. Ball is loose with a second, and now it's stolen away. And this is going to be another run out as Muldrew has a layup, and it's a 8-0 run. 33-26, the lead 7. Muldrew now with 6. That's a career high for the freshman already. And 3 straight turnovers for Minnesota. They've now got 5 turnovers. In fact, it's 4 turnovers. It's 3 straight. They had 1 prior to that. Got to get some shots up to the rim. Here's Tyson. Gizzy with it. Gives to Reynolds. Reynolds lost the ball. Saved? No, not saved. Out of bounds. That would have been the 4th straight turnover, but it'll stay Minnesota basketball, and they've got just 1 second left on the shot clock, 1.7. We've not seen Shinholster. Gizzy has played quite a bit since Shinholster went out. He's got just 1 foul. Grove, of course, with the 2. Sitting. We're down to under 2 minutes to go in the half. Gophers started 2 for 2 from 3, and they're 2 for 14 since. Here's a lob in for Tyson with 1, gives to Asama, long 3, and it's no good. It was a shot clock anyway, didn't get it off in time. So it's 4 straight turnovers now. So technically that goes in the books as a turnover. And you hope Minnesota's not wearing out here a little bit already in this first half. Zone defense here. No, man-to-man defense here for Minnesota. Walking it up is Peterson. Giving on the right wing to Muldrew. He's got 6. We mentioned already a career high for him. He's got it on the right wing with 15 to shoot, 1:40 to play. It's an 8-0 run here for Washington. Pass down low, and Gizzy knocks it away out of bounds. It'll stay Washington ball with 9 to shoot. It was a big-to-big pass there, and a good job by Gizzy, weak side, to knock it away.
Yeah, great job by Gizzy to come down on the man and be able to help out on that help side defense. He's giving the Gophers a lot of energy right now.
Inbound man will be Peterson. Left side as you look in. Bounces into the paint. Layup, no. Yates got fouled. And if that's Tyson, that's 2 on him. No, they're going to give it to Reynolds, his first. And 2 shots here now to try to extend this 8-0 run. Gophers playing small ball for much of this half with Grove with 2 fouls. Jalen Crocker-Johnson not playing tonight with a foot injury. Yates a 77% free throw shooter. First one is good. And it's a 9-0 Washington run. Gophers had the lead, 26-25. And Washington has hit 4 of its last 5 since. Gophers with 4 turnovers in the last 3 minutes and no shot attempts. And just because of that, no points. Yates with a second free throw. It's also good, and it's a 10-0 run. 25-26. The lead now is 9. 1:30 to go in this first half. Durkin reversing the ball against this zone to Osama. Now Reynolds out front. He's working against Ketnong. And now to Durkin. Back to Reynolds. Hand off Durkin. Driving, kicking in the corner. Tyson got his man in the air. Steps in. Long two. Short. And the weak side rebound to Muldrew. He wants to run with 1:10 to go. In this first, pass off to Yates. Takes it into the paint. Fires, and it's tipped away by Reynolds, who tried to save it right in front of us. Andy O'Brien, the official, trying to get out of the way. I don't think Reynolds would have been able to get it anyway, but a good deflection there to potentially save a 3 on that reversal. Inbound here will be Muldrew. Danny Sprinkle calling the play from half court and gives in to Peterson. Out near their W logo at half court with 15 to shoot. Gizzy guarding Peterson, right hand. Now here's a lob down low to Ketnong, working on Tyson. Backs him down, up with the shot, got it to go. And the run now is 12 straight, and the lead is double digits, 36-25. It's an 11-point Washington lead. Gophers have not scored now in over 4 minutes. Tyson into the corner to Gizzy. Passed up an open 3 did Tyson. Tyson with 12 points. Now out for Osama. Drives in. He got double teamed, and another turnover. Coming the other way, the Huskies. Here is Steinbach. Layup, no. Rebound, yes. 14-0 run. Steinbach in double figures with 11. 38-25. The lead is 13. 12 to play for Minnesota. They'll hold for 1, down 13. They have not scored since they took the lead at the 4:40 mark. Reynolds will launch a 3, and that's way off the mark, and the horn sounds, and the Gophers will go to the locker room down by a baker's dozen. 38-26. Gophers are trailing at the half this year are 1-7, and the Huskies scored the final 14 points of that first half. The halftime show is on the way. Stay with us. This halftime show is sponsored by Minnesota Corn. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher Basketball from Learfield.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the Svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Get ready to run for a reason. Goldie's Run, presented by Abbott, is back on April 12th, 2026. Join thousands of Gopher fans and runners at the University of Minnesota for the annual 10-mile, 5K, and Kids Run. Early bird registration is now open at the lowest price of the year. So register now and save. Bring your friends, your family, and your best maroon and gold. Sign up today at goldiesrun.com. United Healthcare is a proud presenting partner of the 2026 Special Olympics USA Games because we share their vision of a world where everyone belongs and ability triumphs. We stand with the Special Olympics athletes, families, and communities as a proud supporter, just as we stand with our members every step of their journey of health, because we know what it means to have a personal cheering section and supporter on your side when you move through life's obstacles and get back into the race. United Healthcare, your hometown healthcare plan.
Score more with the college-branded Venmo debit card. Rep your team with every tap and earn up to 5% cash back through Venmo Stash, a new rewards program where the more you do, the more you get. Get your Venmo debit card today and start earning rewards with Venmo Stash. No monthly fee, no minimum balance. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A. Select schools available. Venmo Stash bundle terms and exclusions apply at venmo.me/stash terms. Max $100 cash back per month.
Gopher Basketball is brought to you by Washburn-McCreevy Funeral Chapels, proud supporter of Golden Gopher Basketball. Welcome to the Gopher Halftime Show, presented by Minnesota Corn Growers Association on the Gopher Sports Network from Learfield. Committed to innovation and community. That's Minnesota Corn. Learn more at mncorn.org.
Gopher Halftime is sponsored by MN Corn. The last 14 points of the half scored by Washington. Minnesota went from up 1 with 4:40 to go to down 13 here at the break. 39-26. Time for the first half summary brought to you by M Health Fairview, home to the #1 hospital in the Twin Cities and 2 others in the top 10. That according to U.S. News and World Report. For top-tier care, visit mhealthfairview.org. Here is the scoring leading the way for Minnesota. 1 in double figures. Cade Tyson, 5 of 9, including 2 of 4 from 3. 12 points total. 6 points for Bobby Durkin, 2 for 4 from 3. 4 for Langston Reynolds, 2 for Tyson, Grove, and 2 for Osama. Shinholster and Gizzy played and did not score. 1 in double figures. That's Steinbach with 11 in that first half for Washington. 7 points for Diallo, 6 each for Muldrew, a career high, and Kepnong. 5 points for Yates, 4 points for Ognjasevich. Peterson played and Somerville played and did not score. And that is the first half summary, sponsored by M Health Fairview. Gophers trail it here by 13, 39-26. M Health Fairview brings you that scoring summary. Minnesota Corn brings you the halftime show. When we come back, we've got a big scoreboard to tell you about. That's all straight ahead. This is Golden Gopher Basketball from Learfield.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Minnesota Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Hey Gopher fans, True Stone Financial is proud to present Coming Home. This year we'll once again welcome some of the greatest Gopher student athletes back to campus. It's the homecoming we can all celebrate thanks to your neighborhood credit union, True Stone Financial. From unforgettable plays to championship victories, these alumni have left an indelible mark on Gopher athletics. To learn more, visit gophersports.com/cominghome. True Stone Financial, proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher Basketball from Learfield.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage and do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get all the perks with the PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month. See Club for details.
Prairie Farms is a proud supporter of Gopher Athletics and the Student Athlete of the Month. Each time you purchase Prairie Farms dairy products, you are supporting local farm families right here in Minnesota. We're committed to providing the highest quality, award-winning dairy products for your family to enjoy. Visit prairiefarms.com for recipes, coupons, and enter for a chance to win dairy prize packages. Support Minnesota dairy farmers and remember to drink local with Prairie Farms.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Minnesota. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Gopher halftime, sponsored by MN Corn. Gophers trailing here 39-26 at the break. Gophers 1-7 when trailing at the half. That's part of our official scoreboard brought to you by Cub, the official grocer of Gopher Athletics. The rest of the Big Ten goes this way today. 4 finals and 1 other game going. Number 2, Michigan knocks off UCLA in Ann Arbor by 30, 86-56. Number 7, Nebraska beat Northwestern and Lincoln today, 68-49. Oregon gets a win. Oregon, of course, Minnesota's next opponent. They beat Penn State 83-72. And number 13, Purdue, was not messing around in Iowa City today. They went into Iowa and beat them by 21, 78-57. Non-conference game, Ohio State is playing Virginia. And that game, the non-conference game, is being played at Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee. And they're deadlocked at 59 in a non-conference game with 6:52 left in that one. Some other scores to tell you about from around Gopher sports. Women's gymnastics won at Penn State, 197.075 to 196. Gopher softball won one and lost one today down in Las Cruces. They beat New Mexico State 11-4, then lost to fourth-ranked Oklahoma 12-2. Baseball's 2-0. They beat St. John's. That's the St. John's from New York, 8-0 today down in Florida. Women's hockey lost at Ohio State. The number 2 Buckeyes beat the number 3 Gophers 3-1. And Gopher hockey lost. They led it they led it 2-1. Notre Dame came back and scored a goal with under a minute to go to win it 3-2. And on the Gopher Sports Network, Bob Motzko joined Wally Shaver after that game.
Overall, Bob, pretty darn good weekend for the Gophers. Just an unfortunate finish the way this one ended up in the third period.
Well, difficult. We played our tails off all weekend long and deserved a better fate. But, we take a freshman takes an offensive zone penalty with a stick, which you never do. And then we had a mix-up on a face-off in the offensive zone at the end when we give up a 3-on-2. And I hate to say, freshmen and sophomore wings had to determine who was out there. And that's just it's a tough lesson to learn, in big games on the road, how you have to be, accountable to detail. And we got mixed up twice in the third period by our effort, and then once again, could we have scored another goal at some point in the game? But our guys played their tails off, and it's a bitter one, but we got to march forward.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it sucks to lose, right? But there were a lot of good things that you guys did tonight. You were aggressive. The breakouts were good, and it's just. I just think there's a lot of things to be encouraged about with this team moving forward.
Well, I mean, look at like Javon tonight.
Oh my God!
And Mason Moe.
Oh yeah.
Some of our big, strong young forwards are
really coming along.
Yes, they are. Right?
Yeah.
And we see it. Unfortunately, with the losses, it's painful.
Yep.
But we see great growth out of the young group, and it's there. We just got to keep marching forward, guys.
Okay, thanks, Coach. We'll enjoy the time off for next weekend.
You bet.
Thank you, Gophers, on a bye next week. Then back in action. That was Bob Motzko with Wally Shaver and the great Pat Micheletti. And that is part of our scoreboard update, sponsored by Cub. Stay with us. The Gophers trail at 39-26. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
The human heart. It doesn't take days off, or hours, minutes, or seconds for that matter. It just keeps beating in steadfast, unrelenting service to each of us. So when your heart needs medical care, doesn't it deserve the most advanced treatments available, delivered by nationally recognized physicians and surgeons? Show your heart some love. Take it to M Health Fairview. Visit mhealthfairview.org/heartcare to learn more.
Domino's carryout deal means you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each when you order online or by phone. Just in case there's any confusion, we've even set up a helpful website to confirm if today is a day you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each. Just go to howaboutoday.com to find out if Domino's carryout deal is valid today. Spoiler alert, it is. Carryout only. Ask for this offer. Availability and charges may vary. Size availability varies by crust type. Excludes XL and specialty. Your local store may charge extra for some toppings and sauces.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. This is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Hey, Gopher fans, Jalen Crocker-Johnson here from Minnesota men's basketball. In basketball, wins come from preparation, trust, and executing when it matters the most. That's how True North Mergers and Acquisitions approaches selling your businesses. True North M&A is a local alumni-owned company and a proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics, helping businesses of all sizes make winning moves. Thinking about selling? True North's M&A helps maximize your life's work and close strong in crunch time. Visit tnma.com for confidential conversation.
This is Mike Grimm for Washburn McCreevy. 5 generations proudly serving the Twin Cities with distinct funeral and cremation services for over 165 years. Everyone at Washburn McCreevy wishes new head coach Nico Medved and the Golden Gophers good luck this basketball season. Family owned and family operated since 1857, you can visit washburnmccreevy.com. Washburn McCreevy and the Golden Gophers, proud of the tradition they've established. MN Corn brings you the halftime show. Gophers trailing here by 13, 39-26. Right now, let's go 10 seconds for station identification all across the great state of Minnesota and the entire upper Midwest. 10 seconds. This is the Gophers Sports Network. (39-26), the halftime score here in Seattle. Brian Cooley, assistant coach, joins us here courtside. Coach, what was the message in this one here at the break?
I thought we had a great start to the half. We showed a lot of life and energy. You know, Giz came in the game and gave us some great minutes. We don't want frustration on one end to lead to negative plays defensively. We did a lot of good things defensively. I think we had some live ball turnovers that led to easy points, and we just got to reset ourselves. Get back to where we played in the first 15 minutes half, because it was a good first 15 minutes. We just got to get back to that.
Yeah, Coach, you guys were minus 12 in the paint, so what are you going to do to try and stop them down low? I know you're missing Grove.
Yeah, it hurt because Grayson picked up that foul, second foul early, so we had to basically play 5 guards. I think we just got to swarm. We just got to play hard. We want to make it just a lunch spell on a hard-hat day. That's our only option now with basically playing 5 guards and Grayson. That's all we can do.
All right, very good. Good luck.
All right, thanks, guys.
Brian Cooley, assistant coach, with us here at the break, and that is our MN Corn halftime show. 39-26. Yeah, the second foul on Grove. You hit on it right when it happened. You said you got to stay your ground, and it changed the whole kind of strategy, because all of a sudden 5 guards are out there and you're trying to guard 2 6'11" guys.
Yeah, we used to play the Badgers, and one of the things Bo Ryan used to tell his team was, to play straight up, to not foul. So there is strategy behind, hey, knowing you're shorthanded and you only have one big, to say, hey, we don't want you jumping at any balls. Just play straight up. With your 6'9", just use your length, and if they score you, they score you. That's what Kay Tyson's been doing. Sometimes they miss, sometimes they've been able to get the shot. So we'll see what they'll be able to do in the second half.
39-26 is the score. The Gophers trying to rally here, as they have been 1-7 when trailing at the half this year. Nico Medved all-time against Washington is 1-1. Both those games came when he was at Colorado State last year and the year before. They lost last year in Palm Springs and won the year before in a tournament in Las Vegas. So he has split his time. Of course, he faced Danny Sprinkle when Danny Sprinkle was at Utah State for that year as well, back in 2023-24, as Sprinkle and Medved took their teams to the tournament out of the Mountain West that year. All right, so the Gophers with Grayson Grove will get the ball to start this second half. They will shoot at the basket to our left, right in front of us.
Yeah,
go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Coach Cooley, my man, I still got to ask him why he was crashing out against Wisconsin.
That's right. That's right. After that, that was a tough one that night, that's for sure, out in Madison. All right, Gophers with the basketball to start here. They were out-rebounded in that first half, 18-11, and they'll have to figure out a way to do that, and Grove in there should help as well.
And it was expected, but, we talked about them needing to knock down threes, and they came out hot, but they're only, 4 for 17 from the three-point line, and the Huskers are 3 for 7. So the Gophers, if they want to win this game, they have to knock down threes.
Reynolds to Osama, ball fake, picks up the dribble and gives back to Reynolds. Now to Osama, Tyson, good ball movement here. Osama with a good head and shoulder fake, right to the rim, layup good. Nice take by the sophomore, and that snaps the 14-0 run dating back to the last half. The lead is now 10 for Washington, 30 seconds into the second half, 38-28.
Yeah, great job by Osama coming right out the gate and getting to the basket.
There's a lob down low, and against that with that size advantage, not much the Gophers could do. Lob right into Steinbach, and he just took it right to the rim. Nico said in the pregame interview that he's hopeful that they don't go to him too much, and that was just too easy right there. Here is Osama, one-hand pass to Reynolds, top of the key. Now to Grove, back to the basket between the elbow and the three-point stripe, waiting patiently. Now bouncing to Reynolds at the baseline left. He's going to work on Peterson. Dribbling, finding Grove down low, but the ball deflects off of Washington Husky and then off of Grove. And a turnover again for Minnesota. These live ball turnovers, they have no shot if they can't get the shots up.
Yeah, right there, Reynolds missed Osama. Osama has Steinbeck on him now. Osama can shoot the ball, whether he's 0 for or whatnot. He can get streaky, so right there, Reynolds is going to want to give that one up. Unfortunately, he turned it over.
Here is Kepnong with it down low. Oh, and a good interception there by Osama. Then he got it stripped away by Steinbach, who has the dunk. Another turnover. The Gophers forced a turnover, took 2 dribbles and had it stripped away, and another pick 6. And the lead is the largest of the night by 15, 43-28. Reynolds Gives out. Driving in now is Tyson. Lost his balance and a travel call and another live ball turnover for Minnesota. They're up to 9 on the season. They average, well, in Big Ten play, 9.9. They're at 9 right now. They had 1 turnover with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the half, and now they've had 8 in the last 6 minutes.
Yeah, they're going to have to stay poised, and if they want to drive to the basket, the best way to do that is to try to get that defensive board, like I talked about, and get out in transition when the 6'11 bigs aren't down there yet.
Tell you what, Washington's going to have a bidding war for Steinbach when this season's over, a freshman from Germany. Here's a dribble drive, and Diallo takes it up and good. And as they did the first half, Washington hits its first 3 shots of the second half, and now it's 45-28. The lead is 17 here with 17:45 to play. The shorthanded Gophers, let's hope the tank's not on E. Here's Reynolds a drive. No, sir, he's got something in the tank. Lay up there. He's got 6. When I say no, sir, meaning the tank's not empty, meaning he's got something, and he lays it in, and the lead back to 15:45-30.
That was great recognition by him. They didn't double that time. He noticed that he had the 6'11 guy on him. He drove right by him, so he's going to have to continue to look to be aggressive and be a little deceiving when he has the bigs playing him.
Here's a pass left and a 3 in the air. Peterson knocks it down, and they've hit their first 4 shots. His first points tonight, a triple. He's hit 52 of them now, and the lead is the largest, 18, 48-30.
And you talk about bidding war. We're going to have a bidding war with Jalen Crocker-Johnson. I see they tried to slide him on one of the Pro Bowls.
You better believe it.
Little NIL.
Yeah, our thanks certainly there to True North. Here is Tyson driving to the elbow right, into the corner now. The drive is Osama, double team, kick back to Tyson. Got his man in the air. Now gives to Osama, to Reynolds, back to Osama, now to Tyson. Ball fake, and he got bodied there by Kepnong, who stares him down, and a foul on Kepnong, his first. And the first here in the second half. Fresh 20 here for Minnesota to shoot. Down by 18, 48-30. Washington's had over the years some kids from Germany, all the way back to Detlef Schrempf, remember, was a great NBA player, played here. Christian Welp was a first-round pick from Germany, and so maybe that was part of what Steinbach thought. Steinbach from Germany, Würzburg, Germany. His dad was a professional player in Germany. Here's the inbound to Grove, and he got tripped. Steinbach, a little bit of a nudge along that baseline, his first. I don't know how tightly and how hotly contested the kid from Germany is recruited to Washington, but in today's day and age, there's going to be another hot battle when this season's over, I would think.
Sure.
Guy's averaging a double-double as a freshman in the Big Ten.
Yeah, and he's true 6'11", so they're definitely going to be coming out to see him and trying to offer him that bag.
Inbound will be Reynolds. The Gophers down by 18. Lob into Grove. Now to Osama. Gives to Tyson. Turns the corner. Kick back to Osama. Oh, he caught the pass and took the dribble. Now to Grove. To Reynolds right wing. Working the perimeter. Durkin a high arcing 3. Drilled it. He's got 3 threes. The lead cut to 15. 48-33 Washington.
And now they're going to need to get some active hands. They have to be a little more active in the zone to try and cause, some chaos and get some steals and try to get some easy buckets.
Diallo with it out front. Between the leg dribble. Pass right for Yates, and now they work down low. Steinbach bodying up, backing in on Grove. Shot, air ball from 5 feet. Good D there. That was the wall up you were talking about. Tyson, the rebound for Minnesota. Brings it into the offensive end. Somerville guarding him. He sags off him, but he does not shoot Tyson. Now to Durkin, to Osama on the wing left in front of us. Now to Grove. Quickly to Tyson, not looking to shoot. Back to Durkin. Screen from Grove. Not much there. One hand pass to Reynolds. Reynolds wants an ISO. He's going to work on a shorter player. Peterson takes it into the block. Layup, no. Drew the foul. He'll have free throws when we come back. Our first official timeout of the second half. Gophers down by 15 with free throws coming. 48-33 the score. Washington the lead. 15:34 to play in the ball game. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
You depend on CenterPoint Energy to deliver energy for what matters most. To you, your neighbors, and throughout the land of 10,000 lakes, so we can all make a better tomorrow. That's why we're investing in the latest technology to reduce emissions, offer rebates on qualifying energy-efficient natural gas equipment, and provide energy-saving programs that help save you money. Look ahead at centerpointenergy.com/futuremn.
Gopher Athletics has over 140 years of history, but every year brings a new beginning. Through the Golden Gopher Fund, you can directly support the success of our 600 student athletes who wear the maroon and gold and boost all 22 programs to victory. As a member, you'll join a passionate community, gain access to unique benefits and experiences, and leave a lasting impact. Support the Golden Gopher Fund today by contacting the Golden Gopher Fund at ggf@umn.edu.
Kohl's gets it. Valentine's Day comes with expectations. Grand expectations, telepathic expectations, and heart-shaped everything expectations. Yes, even waffles. Kohl's has gifts that rise to the occasion. From romantic to playful, sparkly to sweet, or all of the above. Plus, get 15% off some of your finds. So go ahead, exceed those Valentine's Day expectations with Kohl's. Select styles, offer ends February 16th. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Harold Fairview is Minnesota's home to the most top docs and was just recently recognized as having 4 of the top-ranked hospitals in the state. Visit mhealthfairview.org to learn about world-class care you deserve right in your backyard. Welcome back to Seattle, Washington. We're at Alaska Airlines Arena. Mike Rimmel Nolan with you. Our engineer is Bryn Rogers. Our game producer is Keaton Brightwell. Minnesota has cut the lead to 15. It was 18 a moment ago. They'll have free throws coming here for Langston Reynolds. In that first half, Washington shot 67% from the floor. That was their second best total in the last 6 years. I should say the last 10 years, since 2015. Their best first half game was their last home game against Iowa. They had a lead at halftime, and then Iowa beat them in the second half. So maybe Minnesota can follow a similar script. They're going to need to get some stops to whittle this thing down.
Yeah, and they're going to have to slowly chip away and take their time. However, it's going to start on the defensive end of them trying to have active hands and get some steals, like I said, and get some easy buckets. You know, right now with the game style they're playing, Awesome's not necessarily hitting this three. You know, they're playing off Reynolds, is forcing the Gophers to try to get to the basket. And with those two 6'11" guys down there, it's pretty tough. So they want to space that court out and try to get themselves some easy buckets to get to the line like Reynolds did.
And Reynolds' free throw, no good. He has worked hard to improve that percentage. It's 56%, but remember, it was in the low 40s for a lot of the year. In Big Ten play, he was over 70 for a moment, but the last couple of games have knocked it now down in Big Ten play to 67%. He makes his second. He's up to 7 points. Not only do they, and that cuts it to 48-34. Not only does Washington start 2 6'11" guys, they've got a 6'10" guy in Somerville that they've now brought in off the bench. So they've got some beef that they can, and some height that they can bring in. Gophers now in a zone defensively. Yates with it on the right out front to Peterson. 2-3 zone. At times morphs into almost what looks like a 1-3-1, but 2-3 right now. Here's 5 to shoot. This is Steinbach taking it at Grove. Nearly traveled, had the ball knocked away. Diving for it is Asama, and now it will be, what do we got? The whistle blew, the horn sounded for a shot clock violation, and they're going to call a jump ball, and it'll be Washington ball. Tough break for Minnesota, as they wanted the shot clock violation. So the Nico was yelling at the official that it was a shot clock violation. The horn did sound, but Asama got the ball before the shot clock wound down. So good defense all around, but just a tough break that the arrow was going the wrong way.
Yeah, definitely tough break. Then they get a reset to 20 in the shot clock. So that's a tough possession for the Gophers right there.
Peterson gives out front to Steinbach, who had it poked away, and it was rolling on the deck. I mean, how would Asama know? But he was probably better just letting that ball keep rolling, because then the shot clock would have expired, but he had no idea. Here's a pass that's high. Steinbach makes the catch. Fadeaway shot, no, from 8 feet, and a foul underneath. Tyson got knocked to the deck by Somerville on the rebound. It'll be Minnesota ball in the backcourt. Gophers now have gotten a couple of stops in a row. They've cut it to 14. They trailed by 13 at the break. The lead grew to 18. And a 3 here would make it 11. Asama will bring it up. Now he'll advance, pass it ahead to Durkin. Zone defense here for, no, it's a man defense, but they're switching everything, it looks like. Now to Reynolds on the right wing for Tyson. Back to Reynolds to Asama. Out front. Gives to Grove. Back to Asama. Did not take the open 3. Drives instead and took it right to the rack and got the lay-in. And Minnesota's cut it to 12, 48-36. Good take by Osama.
Great job right there, turning down the three. He hasn't been knocking it down right now, so he turned it down, was able to get to the basket and get an easy layup.
Now the Gophers hoping to get another stop here, be a kill. Here was a deflection, but tracking it down is Muldrew. Back to the right side, Peterson with 8 to shoot. Now to Somerville, bouncing down low, ball straight out of bounds and a turnover. Gophers have forced another turnover. Now Minnesota with a 3 here would make it a single-digit game. Danny Sprinkle, the Washington head coach, just, I think some, talking to himself, but I think there was some profane language there. He did not like that turnover again.
Yeah, and great job right there by Durkin to move his feet to get around a defender and then having active hands was able to deflect it off the Husky.
Here's Durkin into the offensive end, way out front. Now gives to Reynolds, just inside the three-point stripe and away from the ball, a hold. And that is on Peterson, his second.
Yeah, now speaking of Osman, I was thinking about it the other night with his brother, coming here to play baseball next year. I was watching, some of his highlights and following up, and he played all kind of sports. And I said, he needs to look up Dave Winfield. I bet Isaac could go both ways, baseball and basketball, D1.
Here's a ball through the hands of Reynolds and stolen away. Another live ball turnover for Minnesota. Peterson sprinting the other way. Nobody cuts him off. And a trailing layup is good by Steinbach and one. Steinbach now with 17 points.
Yeah, right there, Bobby Durkin did a cardinal sin. If you have to stop the ball, if you're the closest man, you can't point to somebody else and tell them to stop the ball. You got to jump in front. He got there a little bit late, and then they was able to draw the foul.
Yep, he was pointing. You're exactly right.
And if he'd have slid over, he possibly could have just took a charge.
You know what I noticed, too, the other night, just basketball in general, not just the Gophers, as the free throw is good, is we're seeing, maybe it's because part of the rule, but I think we're seeing way less charges, way less flops. I agree. I think that's true. Here's Reynolds passing into the corner to Osama. 51-36 after the three-point play. Washington has extended it now back to a 15-point lead. Tyson needs to start getting some shots up here with 7 to shoot. Trying to drive and another turnover. Lost his footing. Yates comes the other way. Lobbing and it's blocked. Grove got the block and a foul called on an alley-oop attempt. That, we talked about Tyson looking rested and a pep in the step. He was backpedaling there, and I don't know if it's a fatigue or not, but his feet just weren't going to keep up with it.
Yeah, and the Huskies switched into that zone like a little bit of 1-3-1, and I remember playing against those zones. It's extremely tough to play against because it makes you overthink opposed to just taking the first play. And right there, he was thinking a little bit too much. All the guys on the perimeter, so they just need to be decisive with their decisions.
Wow, they're not going to give him shots. I agree with Danny Sprinkle. I thought that foul was on the lob attempt. He caught it and got knocked away. He can't believe there's not 2 free throws. There's not, so it'll be an inbound for Washington. And the lob goes in for Ognisevich. He's the Wisconsin native. He's got it out front. He hit a 3 in the first half. Zone here for Minnesota to Yates on the right wing. 15 to shoot for the Huskies. They lead by 15. Peterson, one hand pass right side. Yates working on Osama. It's against the zone. Ognisevich with it. And now with 7 to shoot, out to Muldrew. Working on Durkin. Long 3 from the right wing, rims out. Reynolds swoops in for the rebound for Minnesota. 15-point advantage, Washington. Gophers come the other way. Osama on the trail, gets a little hand back pass. Now out to Reynolds. Reynolds is right for Durkin and now left for Grove. Back to the basket. Pass down low. There's the back cut layup. Durkin. Good job by Grove. Durkin in double figures with 11. 51-38. The lead cut to 13 for Washington. 12-10 to go in the game.
Yeah, great job. And Durkin gets at least one of those a game, so we've been waiting for it, and he was able to sneak behind him and get the easy layup.
Muldrew gives him the right wing. Huskies still 5 of 8 in this half shooting, but the Gophers have gotten a couple of turnovers, 3 turnovers for Washington. Ognisevich with it out front. Hand off for Muldrew, working at Osama. Driving, takes him in, lost his balance, lost the ball. It's loose, down low. Grove picks it up. Now he gets to Osama, and it's then tipped away, and that's off of Steinbach, and it'll be Minnesota ball. Turnover Washington, and the Gophers will have the ball down 13 when we come back. 11:44 to play in the ball game. 51-38 Huskies. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Prairie Farms award-winning cottage cheese just got better. Introducing the Pro Pack Cottage Cheese Snack Cup. Now you can enjoy all the great taste and health benefits of Prairie Farms cottage cheese in a perfectly portioned cup. Packed with 12 grams of protein, low fat, and under 100 calories. Enjoy them for lunch, snack time, or as part of your favorite dishes. Look for them at your favorite grocery stores. Visit prairiefarms.com for cottage cheese recipes, coupons, and enter for a chance to win dairy prize packages.
Imagine getting insider access to your favorite Gopher student athlete. Exclusive events, behind-the-scenes content, and unique experiences that bring you closer than ever. That's what you get as a member of Dinkytown Athletes. With memberships starting at just $10 a month, every membership directly supports Gopher student athletes through NIL opportunities, helping them grow on campus and beyond. Take your fan experience to the next level. Visit DinkytownAthletes.com today.
Small but mighty. Tough yet flexible. Bagster bags from WM mix durability with convenience for all kinds of projects. From home cleanups, renovations, and more. Bagster is a dumpster to make disposal easy. You fill it, WM collects it. To learn more, visit thebagster.com or purchase a Bagster at your local retailer. Buy, fill, gone. Bagster by WM.
Live from the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball.
Gophers trailing 51-38. Now, Washington has challenged or appealed the out of bounds, and we're waiting to get a determination whether that was off of Osama. They ruled it was off of Steinbach. And the officials are all taking a look at it just to our right. Gives us a minute while they look at it. The Gophers have an analyst, a special assistant coach on the team who played here at Washington, Anthony Holland, who you've gotten to know pretty well in his time here.
I haven't gotten to know him pretty well, but he is director of personnel.
Yeah.
But I'll talk to him.
We see him on the bus.
We see him.
Yeah.
I like his afro.
We give him. Yeah, we give him.
You know, I like the workouts he does with Kai Shitholster and Laser Riddle.
Well, and sometimes when he does he'll play on the scout team on occasion.
Yeah.
He can light it up. He'll knock the three down every now and then.
Yeah, I paid attention to him out there. I didn't know he played for Washington. One day I was looking it up and saw that he played for Washington. So.
Yeah, 1 year at Washington, 4 years at Fresno State. He had 829 career points.
Listen, I'm just a radio guy and talent around here. I don't know what's going on, all right? I just get on this microphone
you're the
and I
man.
talk this Gopher basketball.
You're the man. They did recognize him here, too, in the pregame. When they introduced the coaching staff, they included him and put him up on the board.
Speaking of recognizing, this past Friday, shout out to my mom, Rose, and my auntie, Rita Burst. They were recognized for the 50th anniversary for women's basketball at St. Paul Central High School.
Oh, man.
76 and 79 class. They won a state title. My mom's where I got my defense from, so love you, Mom. Shout out to her.
That's awesome. Yes, congratulations. So it looks like they lost their timeout. So they reviewed it. It was not overturned. So Washington loses a timeout there. And Minnesota down 13 will get the basketball. Danny Sprinkle shaking his head. I don't know if he's mad that they didn't overturn it or mad at his video guy for asking him to appeal, because that's a high-pressure job, whether to appeal or not.
Right.
Zone defense here for Washington. Gophers down 13. Durkin out front. He's got a 3 and a 2 in this half. 5 points in the second half, 11 on the night. Now it's Tyson, aggressive to the basket, takes it right in. Blocked shot from behind, and he'll go to the line. And the foul's going to be on Diallo. And Tyson's 0 for 1 at the stripe on the night. He has not scored here in the second half. He's got 12 points.
Yeah, and he's going to have to get back in his rhythm. I like him taking that ball to the basket and drawing the foul and getting himself to the foul line, but he's going to have to figure out a way how to come off, some of those curl screens and continue to attack, pull up at the elbow. He likes to get to that spot. He has a Kobe's on, so he likes to get to that spot in the elbow and knock it down as he makes the first free throw, but he's going to have to be ultra aggressive in the second half to try to pull the Gophers back into this one.
He can make it 11. Gophers have outscored Washington now in the second half by 1. Free throw is good. Rattled around and fell through. He's up to 14, and the lead is 11. 51-40. Closest it's been since right before halftime. 11:20 to play. Plenty of time here. A few more stops for Minnesota would put them in this thing. Diallo with it out front against a Minnesota zone. Left side, Peterson. One-hand pass to Mildrew with 10 to shoot. This zone is forcing Washington to use most of the shot clock every possession. Here's Diallo, pass into the corner. Here's a dribble drive. Now the kick into the corner. Peterson with 2. Long 2. Oh, man, tough shot is good. That couldn't have been defended any better, and he just threw up a long contested 2 and knocked it in. 53-40 from the left baseline.
And you got to give the Huskies credit. They've hit some tough shots.
Here's Tyson, a 3 from the corner, too strong. The rebound comes out deep to Muldrew for Washington. Bouncing ahead on the wing right, this is Peterson. Back to Muldrew, and now top of the key to Diallo. Diallo with 9 points, and now what do we have? Away from the ball, a moving screen. I didn't even see the screen. A little shove there by Peterson on Washington. So it'll be Minnesota ball in the backcourt. Muldrew out, Yates back in. Gophers down 13 with the basketball. Mom won the state title?
She did.
Wow.
St. Paul Central girls basketball.
That's outstanding. Here is Osima. Floating shot off the window. Soft touch. Good. About an 8-footer right baseline. And he kisses it in. The lead 11. 53-42. Washington out front.
Yeah, and I like Osima being aggressive. I know he plays the point guard. You know, coach likes him to get down there and there 2 feet in the paint, but he's also looking to score as well, which is important.
Gophers staying in that zone. Diallo, that is, takes it in. 12-footer straight on. No good. Rebound tip loose and off of Minnesota. Second chance opportunity here on an inbound for Washington. Good job there by Steinbach to keep it alive. Exactly 10 minutes to play in the game. Minnesota down 11. Inbound man, left side as you look in. Peterson gets it from Diallo. And now Peterson against this zone gives to Yates right side. 13 to shoot for the Huskies. Now on the left wing, Peterson back out front for Yates. NBA range 3, no good, well off the mark. Tyson gets up over his teammate Osima to get the rebound. Minnesota coming the other way. Tyson now with 5 rebounds. A bucket here makes it a single-digit game. Grove out front against Steinbach. Now to Tyson. Leading scorer wants something. Now to Durkin. He'll go right. Takes it toward the baseline. Skip past Reynolds. Now to Osima. Drives in. Kick back to Reynolds. Open 3. Air ball. And the weak side rebound to Steinbach. Washington comes the other way. That would have cut it to 8. Diallo on the outlet. Ahead for Yates. And now looks like, I think Reynolds is asking for a sub here during this defense. Looks like he's maybe feeling some twinge in his leg. 3 in the air, no good. Peterson, offensive rebound, Diallo, and he got fouled by Grove. So Reynolds looked to the bench while he was playing defense. He was pointing toward it looked like his right calf. Gizzy and Shinholster are going to come in. There'll be free throws here for Diallo first.
And I'm just being funny, Gopher fan, so don't take this wrong way, but don't airball it and come down talking about I'm hurt. I ain't mad at him, though. I get it, though. I get it. He might have. I hope he's okay. He looked like he tweaked his ankle, but after everybody ran down, like, hey, my ankle.
Yeah, man, that's the last thing the Gophers need is another starter. He's limping, and he is going to come out shaking his head, talking to the head coach. Ryan Dotson certainly will take a look at him. So Gizzy and Shinholster in. Grove getting a breather here as well. So Gophers, in essence, 4 guards and a forward here. With Tyson, the tallest player on the floor. Diallo hit them both. 11 for him. If you just joined us, Gophers down another starter tonight, Jalen Crocker-Johnson. 13-point lead for Washington. Gophers led by 1 with 4.5 to play in the first half. Here is a 3 in the air by Durkin that rims out. And the rebound to Washington. Gophers had cut it to 11 and had a 3 in the air to cut it to 8. And now just like that, it's back to 13. Here is Diallo in the heart of the paint. Spins in, lost it, got it back. Bodies hit the deck, and it's still loose, and Gizzy has it. He'll turn it up, and he draws the foul on Yates.
Great
Yates is first.
Great defense right there by Osima being, ultra aggressive. Able to get the guy to lose the ball, and then everybody start diving on the floor.
And for Washington, that's the 8th foul, so this is going to be a shooting situation for Gizzy, who's not taken a field goal attempt or a free throw attempt all year. So this will be his first shot attempt. Transfer from Huntington University, NIAA school from Indiana. Played also at Marion. So 1-and-1. Free throw, no good. Rebound comes off to Steinbach. Washington will bring it up into the offensive end. Steinbach now with 8 rebounds to go along with 18 points, the freshman. Against this Minnesota zone, Diallo gives to Peterson on the wing right. 13-point advantage for Washington. Now to Diallo, bouncing down low, and slam dunk by Steinbach. Tyson reached for the steal, and then once it went by him, he really didn't want to commit a foul, so he conceded the 2. And Nico will use his timeout as we are approaching a media timeout. This will extend to a 30 with 8:06 to go in the ball game, and the lead now at 15, 57-42, Washington. Hey, Gopher fans, Goldie's Run is back. It's presented by Abbott. It's Sunday, April 12th. Registration now open. Run or walk with the Gophers while raising money for M Health Fairview Masonic Children's Hospital and help change the lives of pediatric patients with heart disease. Our thanks to Abbott. Go to goldiesrun.com to get registered. We'll take a timeout. This is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Beats, bites, and big plays start here. Mystic Lake's Hop House is now open. Turn up the volume with live music every weekend. Savor all-star flavors that bring the heat, surrounded by wall-to-wall game day action. Legendary nights are on tap at the Twin Cities' newest sports bar and live music destination, Hop House. Now open at Mystic Lake Casino Hotel, proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics. Details at mysticlake.com.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
The holidays remind us of what matters most: family, love, and being together. At the Wellshire Memory Care, residents and families share those moments every day, surrounded by compassionate care in a community that feels like home. As we celebrate this season, let's honor the dignity of our loved ones and cherish the joy they bring. From everyone at the Wellshire, may your holidays be filled with peace, comfort, and lasting memories. The Wellshire, where dignity, care, and joy live together.
Washington leading Minnesota 57-42, so Reynolds took himself out of the game. Ryan Dotson has now taken him back and into the locker room, into the tunnel, and now he's back. That's good news. I was worried. I don't know if the Gophers, if they have any hope to come back, I don't know if they can have another guy go down. He was ready to check in, but now they're going to say to wait here.
Must have took him to the back, gave him some of that magic potion.
Yeah, yeah. Whatever that is. I don't know. Maybe they taped the ankle, retaped it. Who knows? But he's ready to go now. And it will be Washington make that Minnesota ball. The Gophers used a timeout there. And the next stoppage of play will be another timeout. So this is not a bad strategy. You can double up on a little bit of breathing time here for Minnesota. And they're going to wait till that next media timeout to get Reynolds back in. Tyson, Grove, Gizzy, Osama, and Durkin on the floor for Minnesota. Steinbach, Agnesevich, Yates, Diallo, and Peterson for Washington, who's playing today without Bryson Tucker, who has started a lot this year, 13 games. Transfer from Indiana. Inbound for Minnesota. Gizzy against a 1-3-1 now. Gives on the right wing for Osama. Corner for Durkin. Good ball fake. Takes it right to the rim. Layup good. Bobby Durkin's got a baker's dozen, and the lead is cut to 13, 57-44.
Bobby Durkin taking somebody off the dribble. Love to see it.
7:45 to play. Yeah, they fell for the three, and he drove right past, or the ball fake three, I should say. Zone defense. Peterson is to Diallo, working against Osama on the zone. Agnesevich with it, left wing, free throw line extended. 8 to shoot for the Huskies. Now to Diallo, working on Gizzy. Takes it at him, shot up and good. And Nico thought there was a push-off there on Diallo, who has 2 field goals here in the second half. 59-44, Washington. 7:20 to play in the game. Durkin kicks out to Gizzy. Couple of dribbles, and now, or one dribble, and now gives to Osama. Back to Durkin. Durkin to Tyson. 12 to shoot for the Gophers. Tyson left. Now gives to Grove. Now back to Tyson on a pass from Gizzy. Finding a cutting Grove layup. No, and he missed the layup. Weak side rebound comes off to Peterson for the Dogs, and they'll come the other way. Out front, Agnesevich. Lobbing now into the mid-post at the block. They double down on Steinbach, and he kicks it back out. Agnesevich, the big man on the drive, and he got fouled by Gizzy. And that will bring us now to our media timeout. With 6:47 to play in the ball game, Minnesota down 15. Will be on defense when we come back. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield. Gopher fans, this is Mike Grimm. As a business owner, you understand the importance of protecting your reputation, workplace, employees, and financial assets. Our team is ready to help yours by creating a custom lineup of industry-specific coverages and risk management services to help you stay at the top of your game. Contact your local Federated representative for more information. Federated Insurance. It's our business to protect yours. Proud partner of Golden Gopher Athletics.
Hey Gopher fans, Bobby Durkin here from Minnesota Men's Basketball. In our program, championship culture is built on toughness, trust, and showing up every day to do the work. That's why I'm proud to support the True North family of companies. True North invests in elite teams, like the championship team at the True North Mergers and Acquisitions, Minnesota's largest seller of companies. To learn more about True North and their family of independently owned companies, visit thetruenorthfamily.com. That's how champions are built.
Gopher fans, make the most of your stay in the Twin Cities by staying at the Gopher Athletics Preferred Hotel, Courtyard, Minneapolis, downtown. Our preferred hotel offers convenient location, competitive pricing, and a wide variety of amenities to suit any Gopher fan. Visit gophersports.com/preferred hotels for more information and to book your next stay. Courtyard, Minneapolis, downtown is a proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics.
6:47 to play. Welcome back. Federated Insurance broadcast booth. Mike Grimm and Al Nolan with you from Seattle. 9:30 back home, 7:30 out west here. Gophers shorthanded. Reynolds, good news, has checked in now, so he'll likely finish this last 6:47. The Gophers did not need any further injury. And no, when a guy points to his leg and takes himself out, you start to think with the luck they've had and Oregon looming on Tuesday, you don't need another guy out.
No, thank God he's good. I'm glad he's okay. He's doing a little bit of band work right now. But however, if the Gophers want to get back into it, they're going to have to figure out how to score that basketball, and particularly they're going to have to knock down some threes, and then they're going to have to get some stops, and even more so than stops, they're going to have to get some steals. So you got to cause a little chaos. The Penn State game, Coach Medved switched it up and did a little bit of a diamond press, and they were able to turn Penn State over a bunch of times and get themselves back into the game. So it'll be interesting to see if he stays in the zone or he adds a little bit of pressure to try and turn this Husky team over.
Yeah, the Huskies with 13 turnovers in the game. They're averaging in Big Ten play 10. So Minnesota has done a good job from that standpoint. Chris Peterson, the former coach of the Huskies on the football side of things, sitting courtside here. If you go back far enough, Mark Coyle hired him as the head coach at Boise State back in the day. And then he got the team to the playoffs here several years ago. And here's a drive by Diallo, up and good. Took it right to the rim. He's got 15, and the lead is 17 now, 61-44. 6:20 to play in the ball game. And, of course, Kalen DeBoer a few years later got the team to the playoffs as well, the Huskies. Seattle is celebrating this week the Super Bowl championship as Osama misses a three. The rebound comes off to Kepnong. They had a parade of over 1 million people on, I think, Tuesday this week, celebrating. Bryn Rogers, her engineered that game for the Seahawks. So she's a very happy lady tonight. Here's a drive in and the shot up. Diallo again. He's got back-to-back buckets. Being the first woman to ever engineer a Super Bowl radio broadcast.
I was going to say, cool. Is that the famous woman you guys are talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's nice.
So we're in esteemed company here tonight in Seattle.
Hey, good time.
Durkin a three that's no good. And Minnesota now with 5.5 in danger of letting this one slip away even more. Down 17 here. They missed a couple of back-to-back threes. Everything's decorated in the Seahawks, as you would guess. They stole the Vikings quarterback from us and won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know. Then we fired the GM.
That's right. Kepnong with it out front. Gives left side. Yates with it. With 3 to shoot. Gives back to Kepnong. Fadeaway shot, no, but Durkin whistled for the foul on the fadeaway shot attempt.
Speaking of, I don't know if anybody watched J.J. McCarthy in college, but he didn't really throw the ball that much.
True.
And I love him, he's going to be good, but...
Be an interesting offseason draft coming up for the Vikings. couple of Gophers on that Seahawks team, former Gophers. Boye Mafe from Hopkins gets a Super Bowl ring, defensive end. And Nick Callerup, tight end, Wayzata, in his rookie year. How about as a rookie in the NFL, you win a Super Bowl? Not a bad opening act, huh?
No, not at all.
Ketnong misses the first foul shot. Second one is also no good. Tyson, the rebound for Minnesota. He's up to 6 boards. He's got 14 points. Reynolds now to Osama. Gophers are 5 of 23 from 3. Another one in the air. That one's good. A 3 knocked down there by Tyson. And Cade Tyson's up to 17 points, 63-47.
Yeah, good shot by him. He's going to have to get him up. When he touches it, he's going to have to look to shoot it or look to drive, because the Gophers definitely need points right now, but also stops or a steal.
Down by 16. The lead had been 19 just moments ago. That was the largest of the night. Muldrew lobbing along the baseline and with the ball right to the rim, and an easy layup there for Steinbach, who's up to 21 points. He's got 8 rebounds. He's got 16 double-doubles and 2 boards away from his 17th double-double, a freshman. Here's a pass down low. Good look from Osama. Down low, layup. Grove good, and a foul. Grayson Grove with his first field goal of the second half. Foul on Peterson, his 4th, and Grove to the line.
Yeah, good job. Good eyes of Osama, and great job right there by Grove to pin the defender. Was able to get him a nice bounce pass for the easy layup, but to go back to Steinbach, he's tough. He is tough. When he gets that ball down low around the painted area, it's hard for the Gophers to stop him.
Grove at the line on the year, 24%. Free throw is no good, and there's a rebound by Steinbach. 65-49, the lead 16, I beg your pardon, for Washington. 4 even to play in the ball game.
Yeah, you know, I was joking with you off air, but Gophers might have to look overseas in FIBA or Europe, try to grab some players.
I don't know if we've played a team in the Big Ten that doesn't have an international player on it, and most multiple. And there's Steinbach, another layup, reverse layup. He's up to 23-9, 67-49. Well, and it's changed things dramatically, because those European guys, the young guys that play on the junior teams and the U18 teams and all that, they could play a little professional ball. Here's a 3 by Tyson, no good. Ketnong, the rebound, when they're 18, 19, and then still be eligible. Well, now colleges can pay those 18 and 19-year-olds, and so a lot of these guys are coming over, and you're absolutely right. Like Illinois, right, they're like a mini Euro team right now, and they have a chance to be a Final Four club.
Exactly, but we can't leave out that the guys be like 20 years old as freshmen.
Yeah, and Illinois has a couple of those guys. You know, and those Euro guys they're bigs that can shoot. They grow up shooting the 3. Here's a good move by Diallo, pass down low, Steinbach with the dunk. Steinbach's taking the game over. The student section loving it behind us, and the lead is 20, 69-49. Gophers running out of steam here. Here is a drive by Durkin. Tried to find Grove. It's knocked away. Turnover number 13 for Minnesota, and the Gophers now picking up man-to-man defense. Diallo on the wing right, gives out front to Steinbach. Steinbach gives to Muldrew. Now to Ketnong. 2:25 to play in the ball game. Gophers down here by 20. Next up will be an Oregon date Tuesday night. Down low, Ketnong, shot up, short. Rebound Tyson, his 7th board. Gophers hustling up, advance pass to Reynolds, ahead to Durkin in the wing right. Down low, Grove on the block, back to the basket, backing down Ketnong. Ball fake, kick out Durkin. Durkin stepping left, doesn't shoot. Instead gives to Reynolds with 13. Now off to Tyson. Gets downhill, spinning, leans in, got the contact, missed the shot. He'll go to the line. Steinbach, I think, yes, he'll have the foul, and we're ever under 4-minute timeout. 1:57 to play, and Washington leading by 20, going for Big Ten win number 5. Washburn McCreevy Funeral Chapels and Cremation Services, family owned and celebrating over 165 years of serving families in the Twin Cities, and a proud supporter of Golden Gopher basketball. Visit the webpage at washburn-mccreevy.com. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
Hey, it's Guardsy. Affinity Plus is once again showing their love to Gopher fans leading up to Valentine's Day this year. From February 1st through the 14th, you can register daily for your chance to win $3,000 worth of awesome prizes. Every day features a new prize up for grabs, including Gopher basketball and hockey tickets, concert tickets at the Fillmore, gift cards, and a lot more. Visit gophersports.com/Affinity Plus each day, February 1st through the 14th. That's your chance to win a new prize. Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of Gopher Athletics, federally insured by NCUA.
No matter how you drive it, there's a Ford for you. On the work site or out in the town, F-Series trucks provide power and toughness when you need it most. It's what makes them the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. When adventure calls, the Bronco family always answers. That's because they're made for the great outdoors. With a flexible interior, the Ford Explorer adapts towards your needs. Visit your local Northland Ford dealers to find the perfect Ford for you. Plus, a great offer to go along with it. Based on 1977 to 2024 CY industry reported total sales.
Score more with the college-branded Venmo debit card. Rep your team with every tap and earn up to 5% cash back through Venmo Stash, a new rewards program where the more you do, the more you get. Get your Venmo debit card today and start earning rewards with Venmo Stash. No monthly fee, no minimum balance. Learn more at venmo.com/college card. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A. Select schools available. Venmo Stash bundle terms and exclusions apply at venmo.me/stash terms. Max $100 cash back per month.
Welcome back. Golden Gophers trail by 20 here. 1:57 to play. Tyson will have free throws. Just outmanned here. Running out of gas late. Washington has shot the ball well. 66% overall. 65% here in this second half. They've had to try zone. They've tried to play man. They've got a couple of 6'11 guys, a 6'10 guy. Diallo off the dribble's been tough here in the second half. So one of those nights here, shorthanded.
Yeah, and the glaring stat, which has really basically been the game is that the Huskies are plus 18 points in the paint. 44 points in the paint for them, 26 points in the paint for us. We're down 20 points. We talked about the Gophers are going to have to knock down a lot of threes. We only shot 24%, only made 2 more threes than them, but we attempted 14 more than them. So, unfortunately, we weren't able to get that ball to roll. And then at the very end of the day, we are extremely shorthanded, especially inside with Grayson Grove being our only true big. So we knew this was going to be a tough one.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And Tyson now to shoot 2. Tyson with 17 points and 7 rebounds. Free throw good to give him 18. He is the best in game. Brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line, working hard to be the best in the game and proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Second one, also good. He's up to 19.
And I see Shinholster's back in the game. I am a little surprised that Gizzy played 11 minutes and Shinholster played 5. Shinholster's been playing all season, been kind of a part of the Gopher team. So a little bit surprised to see him not get as many minutes.
18-point Washington lead here, and they will certainly take their time here. Zone for Minnesota. With the ball is Peterson. Jab step. Elevates for a 3, off the mark, rebound tipped, and Tyson now with his 8th rebound, 19 and 8. He's the leading rebound man. Outlet for Osama to Tyson, elevates a 3 from the right wing, got fouled on the jump shot, and he'll have 3 more free throws. Tyson, number 16 in free throws made in the country. With his 4 tonight, he's at 146.
Yeah, he's done a great job all year, really mixing it up inside, outside, and then, like you talked about, getting himself to the free throw line. And he gave his best effort tonight, however, it just wasn't enough with the Gophers being undermanned. But it is good to see that his ankle is feeling better and he's looking 100%.
B.J. Roy coming into the game, just his 3rd game of the season. And 3 free throws here for Tyson. And he hit it, and that gives him 20. It's his first 20-point game since the USC game back on January 9th.
Yeah, once they got to know him, they throwing 2-3 guys at him. It gets a little tough out there in the Big Ten once they get to know you and they scouting you. And he's always had, 6 pair of eyes on him at all times.
Hit the second. Now he'll have a 3rd here with 1:21 to go. Free throw. He is good. He got all 3 of them. He's at 22. And it's 69-54. The lead down to 15. 1:15 to go. Diallo left side to Muldrew. And they will obviously just take their time. Roy with it. Has it on the right wing. Back to Diallo. 1:05 to play. 13 to shoot. Gophers will fall to 1-6 on the road. New face in there is Japina. Now to Diallo into the paint, finds Japina down low, shot blocked by Osama, but a foul whistled with 53 seconds to go. And free throws here for Nikola Japina. Speaking of international players, he is from Belgrade, Serbia, and a freshman. And that's a guy who probably would have been playing on a U18 or U19 team somewhere. And Washington will try to develop the young man at 6'11".
Yeah, I see why all the G League guys are coming back. It's a little unfair, too, though, that, in Europe you're allowed to start playing at 16-year-olds playing pro and they're being polished and getting all sharp, and then they come over here to college. And here, you're just playing high school and AAU ball. It's like, I get why the guys are trying to come back from the G League and play.
Free throw missed them both. Rebound to Osama. 50 seconds to go. Minnesota trailing here by 15. Osama had an air ball three earlier, just has been hearing it from this student section relentlessly the rest of the night. He'll rifle the three now and is short. Gophers now 6 of 26 from three. Rebound to Washington. And into the offensive end are the Dogs. Muldrew gives out front to Diallo. Left side to Roy. Back to Diallo. 20 to shoot. Gophers will fall to 11 and 14 and now 4 and 10 in the Big Ten. Muldrew gives him the right wing to Diallo. Corner by Roy. Three is no good. Rebound to Grove for Minnesota. Shot clock off. 13 seconds in Minnesota. See if they try to get a shot up here. It will be Shinholster a three, and it's no good. Rebound Tyson. He'll kick out to Osama. He'll launch a three. That's good. With 2.5 seconds to go, it gets Osama into double figures. The inbound in the backcourt, and that will do it. It cuts it to 12. 69-57 the final. Minnesota falls to 11 and 14 overall, 4 and 10 in the Big Ten. Gophers will spend the night in Seattle tonight, fly to Eugene, Oregon tomorrow, play the Ducks on Tuesday. The Ducks got a win today over Penn State. They're getting healthy at the right time, just in time for the Gophers to get there. Washington needed the win as well on their home court. They're now 13 and 13. They go to 5 and 10. They snap a 3-game skid, and they get to have the week off. They don't play again until next Saturday at Maryland, and that game will tip at 2. Our post-game show is on the way. Stay with us. The final, the Gophers lose it 69-57. From the Federated Insurance broadcast booth, this is Golden Gopher basketball from Learfield.
No matter how you drive it, there's a Ford for you. On the work site or out in the town, F-Series trucks provide